Florida, where he was on a business trip. He said he would be back in their Atlanta home sometime over the weekend. He has not come home. His wife is anxiously waiting. Merriman, Dr. Palmer Lake, a chiropractor, and Mike McGinnis, all from Atlanta, and a fourth man were flying in a private plane. That plane, a twin-engine Cessna, was last seen taking off from Fort Lauderdale, headed for Gainesville 13 days ago. It suddenly veered to the east and was lost on radar. There has been a search for the plane. Nothing has been found, and there's been no word. Debbie Merriman is afraid.
I mean, obviously, to me, they've had some type of trouble. That everything is not cool. They're not out there fishing and lying around on the beach somewhere. Something has happened.
The question is what? There is a report that a plane matching the description of the missing one was forced down in Cuba. There is a report that the men are alive, but Debbie Merriman has heard nothing official. The last 13 days have been hell.
It hasn't been easy, but I'm just trying to do the best I can right now, and just hoping and praying that things are going to work out, and all I want is my husband back home again. It's the most important thing to me now.
Debbie Merriman hopes that maybe someone will see this story who can help solve the mystery of what happened to her husband and 3 others. Paul Miller, Action News.
On the 26th of April 1986, it was decided at Chernobyl to take advantage of reactor number 4's downtime by carrying out a safety test on an emergency core cooling feature. At 1:24 in the morning, an engineer recorded in his diary that the protective system wasn't working. At the same moment, a huge and catastrophic surge in power caused 2 explosions. As fires raged, the core of reactor number 4 was destroyed. A huge cloud rose into the sky, spreading large amounts of radioactive fuel and materials into the atmosphere. Sweden was the first foreign country to find out about the accident when it detected unusual levels of radioactivity coming from the east 2 days later. Ukrainian authorities tried to hide the disaster, which had by that time claimed only 2 lives, when one employee was killed instantly and another died in hospital several hours later. Firefighters who rushed in to put out the blaze weren't properly equipped and suffered radiation poisoning. Attempts were made to cool the reactor by dropping 4,000 tons of lead and sandbags onto the site. "48,000 people living in Pripyat were also victims of the ineptitude and secrecy of the authorities. The town was only 3 kilometres away from Chernobyl.
afternoon, everyone. The United States Weather Bureau has issued a severe thunderstorm warning until 3:15 this afternoon for people in northern Pettis and all of Saline counties. At about 2:10 this afternoon, the Highway Patrol reported a severe thunderstorm with golf ball-sized hail about 10 miles to the west of Sweet Springs, Missouri, along Interstate 70. Here is the thunderstorm activity as is being tracked right now by Storm Track 13 radar. As you can see, a couple of pockets of severe thunderstorm activity to the east of, rather to the west of Pettis and Saline counties, moving roughly along Interstate 70 at about 25 miles per hour. These are very strong thunderstorms. They have had golf ball-sized hail reported in them, and they're moving in an east to southeasterly direction at about 25 miles per hour. Therefore, a severe thunderstorm warning is in effect until 3:15 this afternoon for people in northern Pettis and Saline counties. Be sure to stay tuned to Channel 13 for weather bulletins as they develop later on today.